do you want to immigrate to America? Do you want to visit America? Are you Canadian? I mean, if you say that last part, then, like, you can just AT-12 us at this point. It's okay. It's all right. The White House can take it. I do want to say that right now, the President of the United States wants to make it way more frustrating for you to get over here. And, yeah, you're starting to do some scary stuff. Because, all right, this may not look like much. The new U.S. border rules requires Canadians to be photographed every time they enter and exit. Okay, that seems perfectly normal. But the fact that this wasn't the case before means that it's not normal. This feels a little papers pleasey to me. But let's see what's going on here. The United States has officially instated a sweeping new travel rule that requires all non-U.S. citizens, including Canadians, to be photographed each time they cross the border. This change comes from a final regulation by the U.S. Department of Homeland Security that expands the existing biometric tracking systems and removes previous exemptions for certain travelers and applying across the land, air, and sea border crossings. This new rule was published to the Federal Register in October and came into effect on Friday. For Canadians planning U.S. travel, whether a quick border run or a road trip with full-blown vacation, this shift marks a significant change in how border crossings could feel. Here's everything you need to know about this. Under the new rule, biometric photo collection is no longer limited to age, nationality, or those on their way into the U.S. This measure gives U.S. Customs and Border Protections the authority to collect facial photographs on all U.S. citizens, on all non-U.S. citizens, including Canadians, both when entering and leaving the United States at airport, land crossings, seaports, and any other authorized point of departure. It also scraps previous age-based exemptions. Children under 14 and adults over 79, groups that were once exempt, now are subject to the requirement. Kazumi says, as a Canadian, thanks for another reason why I'm not going to enter the USA. Sylvie says, it's a good thing I'm an honorary Canadian. Fuck, I live in the States. Someone send help. CBP says the expansion is meant to complete a long-delayed goal in creating a nationwide biometric entry-exit system that ensures foreign travelers are accounted for when they enter and when they leave the country. The agency says facial recognition technology helps cut down on identity fraud, visa overstays, and the misuse of travel documents. So, this is funny because a lot of people who came from, like, the United Kingdom into the United States, a visa overstay has actually been one of the ways, like, one of the steps that was used for them to become legal citizens. Axo says, sad day to be a Canadian with an American BF. Yeah. No more exemptions for kids. Now the government wants to take pictures of your kids. They're worried they're going to stab somebody, I guess. Your data is stored for life. Under existing regulations, the U.S. government stores all photos and other biometric records collected from non-U.S. citizens for 75 years. DHS says this long retention period is necessary to support immigration enforcement, identify management, and national security screening throughout a person's lifetime. To speed up identity checks, CBP builds custom photo collections called galleries, using images from its existing database. These galleries are built using photos the U.S. government already has on file, including past border crossings, visa applications, and passport photos, and other official encounters. Okay. Fair enough. Spyro says, I have a friend who says Canada's opening up asylum claims for LGBTQ Americans. I'm not 100% sure on it, and I've not been able to find it from Canadian sites. I hear that there are countries that are basically offering up refugee status for people who are, like, American, but I don't know much about that. Clueless says, don't worry, Trump just wants photos of people under 14. Some commenters raised concerns about how long this data would be kept, along with the risks of breaches and misuse. The official response to these concerns was that numerous federal statutes require the DHS to create integrated, automated biometric entry and exit systems that record the arrival and departure of aliens, and therefore it cannot delete personally identifiable data and only retain a record of entry-exit. DHS says it's using encryption and other controls to limit who can view the data, although the federal U.S. agencies can access it. So, my question would be, why? Like, what problem was created by Canadians entering the United States that incentivized us doing that? Like, which Canadian import did we take? Was it Steven Crowder? Was that the one that made us go, yeah, maybe we should be looking into the people we bring here? Was it Ted Cruz? Was it that one? Because, like, I can see an argument of, like, man, we really lost track of that fucker and now he's got office. I can see that as a reason why. Jesus Christ. Emily Zoom says, yes, more data to be stolen. Yep, more data, more of your information out in the world so that you can have it taken by the next hacker who's going to be hired by the U.S. government after they breach it. Spirofan says, I think it's retaliations for the reciprocal tariffs and not buying cars and whiskey. Who knows? It seems unnecessary. In a world where our border crossings were already basically fine when it comes to Canada, us changing those rules now feels weird. It really does. Hey, you made it to the end. I want to give an extra thanks to the patrons who allow me to do this full time. I want to thank Aaron Rail, Astral, Blitzkrieg, Jemshin, Poundini, Red Joker, Victoria, Jonas, Craig, Tarika, Fireshard, Smiling GM, John, Dren Hadamada, Creeper, Sagittarius, you know I'm not saying that last part, Valis of Seraph, Ottoman Angel, Rooster Rachel, and Fire Panda, who are all my $20 and up patrons.